Okay, so this is my first time doing a recording of a voiceover, so we'll have to see how it goes. This is also something that happened a few months ago. But anyway, this is my video of when I went out with the South Slough, and we were at the Wasson Meadow here doing a wetland survey. And it was a really cool drone survey. And here we have the Mavic, the little drone that we were using. We had a bunch of different sensors. We were using this one, I believe, to get photographs at first. But yeah, we would just pack everything out there and set up and take off the drones, and then they have a preset route that they would run on, and they would be way up in the air. The little Mavic drone here is pretty small, so it's tough to see. But yeah, it was just really cool to help them out with that. This is a really nice volunteer experience that I got to have while I was out on the coast. And these little drones would go out and take pictures and various types of banding all up and down the meadow so we could see the wetland delineation. And then they would use this for future projects. Like there was a lot of replanting of willows, I believe, in this area, which is all those markers there. And then when we would be done with one type of banding, we would come back, land the drone, and then we would move on to the next one. So it was really cool to get to be a part of that, especially on such a nice day. We were not expecting it to be so cool and cold. I remember I was freezing in that meadow, but it was really nice to just get out there and spend some time working on such a cool project. I've never been able to do stuff like this, so it was really nice. This next spot, we've got the big drone. I don't remember exactly which type it was, but I feel like the video does not do it justice. The little Mavic drone, the first one, is pretty small. You could probably easily land it in your hands if you were a little unsafe. This big one is more like 4 weed whackers taped together, and it kind of flew like it was too. That was pretty far away when I got this shot from it, and it was kind of scary to see this thing going up in the air because it was basically a flying lawnmower. But yeah, it was really cool to get to work with this stuff. I've never been able to do anything like this with my degree, or especially my jobs in the past. It was nice helping out with this. We did get to fly it a little bit, but as you will see, they can be a bit testy. This was not one of us flying it this time, but the main leader accidentally biffed it a little bit, so we had to wait around for a while so they could get new propellers. So there I am, just hanging out in the meadow as we were getting the new propellers for the big drone. But we had plenty to look at. The meadows were really rich with life. There were some frog eggs, and we spent quite a bit of time looking at the little rough-skinned newts. There were so many of them just in these little streams, and you can hardly see them here, but I've got a video coming up where I stuck my phone in the water and you can see them nice and close up. I think I got a bit of an embarrassing moment for them, but it was still really cool seeing them there. And yeah, here's the view of what the little drone, the Mavic, was doing. You can see that scan of the trees as it's going overhead. That's what we were looking for. And it was just such an awesome day out there. We were packing stuff back out, and it wasn't too far of a hike, but it was a lot of equipment. We had 2 full bags and everything, but it was a really fun day. And then after that, my day was over, so I went back out to Cape Arago and got to whale watch for a little bit, which I think is always a great way to end the day. After a long day of volunteering, now I'm down at Cape Arago. Still pretty high tide. I don't know if I'm gonna try and do any tide pooling. The guy I was working with said that South Cove here, which I did try to go to once, has some of the best tide pooling around here. He's seen a bunch of different nudibranchs and stuff, so I'll have to go and do that. Maybe some other time. I might check it out today, but for right now, I'm just watching the whales go by. There were a couple I saw earlier. I got a couple clips just now, so hopefully I'll keep seeing them. Oh, there was
a little spot out there. It's pretty windy, so they're not going to be super easy to see, but I got a couple clips here on the phone, so it's good to see them. Wasn't planning on recording anything today, but I'm down at one of the beach areas south of the lighthouse. I just saw some spouts while I was up at the Umpqua River Lighthouse back there, and I actually saw the tail. The way it glistened in the sun, it kind of looked like it had white spots on it, so it might have been a humpback. I've seen them twice now that I've been down here. They were straight out at first, and I saw the group of them. It was at least a few different whales. And then I saw them again closer over here, and looks like they're moving pretty fast, so I don't know if I'm gonna catch them a third time. Didn't get any footage of it on GoPro or on the phone. They're just moving too fast. They're too hard to track right now with the wind, and also with this really sketchy setup that I have here on the angled railing. But it's nice that I at least get to see them. I wish I could tell if they were gray whales or not. I think they are. That's what makes the most sense. But they're definitely tracking south. So probably some late arrivals for the spring meetup down in California, but they'll get there soon enough, and come March they'll be moving their way back up to the north. So hopefully I can see more of them then.